Boost Doctor, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you on. Hey, Boost Doctor.
What up?
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Doing good. Thank you for agreeing to get on with us and answer fans' questions before your show tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
So, guys, if what I need for you to do is put your comments or your questions in the questions box at the bottom of the screen. We won't be reading the comments, so if you're asking questions in the comments, your questions won't get answered. So let's just all follow directions and put the questions in the questions box.
Follow directions.
Why are you laughing? Because I be having a problem with that. Like they'll ask their questions in the comments, and we won't see them, and then they'll feel some type of way that we did not ask their question. They go, Grand Nasty. You scared of him?
Scared of who?
Grand Nasty.
And you got me all the way fucked up. Although he is a bad man. He is a bad man. I ain't gonna take nothing from him. But scared?
Okay.
Nah, never.
But you're not scared.
I ain't scared of nobody.
Oh, so before we get started, before they start asking questions, I talked to Hensley yesterday, Mr. Hensley, and I told him I would try and negotiate a race between you guys. So he wants one in the hit.
Quarter mile.
I'll relay that message to him.
I said I wasn't gonna do that shit no more, but I like Hensley, and I know it ain't gonna be no bullshit behind it either way it go. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, so you'll race him quarter mile and give him one in the break.
Yep.
Mr. Hensley, if you're on here, did you hear what? Now, just make sure you negotiate my fee in there, sir. I don't know what my fee should be, or I never negotiated a race and somebody said yes. So
women, the only ones I ever see that always got a damn fee for everything.
Anyway, let me just say again, now that everybody's on here, thank you so much for agreeing to sit down with us and answer the fans' questions. So I have a question first. I know the answer to this, but some of the fans may not know the answer to this. How long have you been racing?
I've been racing since the 90s.
Early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s?
Early 90s.
Okay. And what made you want to build a race car?
Basically my daddy always had hot rods and stuff when I was little, so,
Okay.
Always been in the cars. Like, shit, when I was like 10 or 11, I used to buy, like, Carcraft magazines and stuff. Like, I always loved cars.
Okay. So we'll just jump right into it. I'm going to ask the fans questions, but I also, they'll come across the bottom of the screen, so you'll be able to see them as well. What kind of rear end are you running?
I'm running a Moser 9-inch. Although last year I had a Big 10 in my car like all year, so that ain't really like the go-to rear end for what we doing, but it worked. But I have a Moser 9-inch in it now, like Moser everything.
The two questions they ask the same thing. Are you ever going to paint the box?
Yeah, I feel like I am.
Okay, so eventually.
It's like every time, like for me. So let me back up, cause somebody was like, cause I posted like a TBT video and it was 2011, and he was like, "Man, it's been 8 years and you ain't painted the box." Well, I have painted the box, but if I could keep motherfuckers that don't know how to drive from running into it and other shit, then I could keep the motherfucker right. You know what I'm saying? So the car has been painted before.
Right.
I've had it since 2002, and it's been painted twice.
Right.
But I got rear-ended one time, and it did a lot of damage to the car, and then, just normal shit that I done fucked up, and, and it wasn't no real good paint job, so it wasn't gonna last that long anyway, so. But yeah, I plan on painting it, but like, it ain't at the top of the list of Well, it's an order in which I go about what I do to my car. So like paint ain't at the top.
So it ain't got to be pretty. It just need to be fast.
Yeah, I mean, if you racing, like pretty ain't gonna make you win. I mean, I understand the fans want to see something nice. They want it to look good, and then other people probably thinking, well, it's fast enough, so put some paint on it. So yeah, I plan to put paint on it.
The fans just want to see some racing, honestly.
So really, like people don't understand like the amount of money and the amount of maintenance that goes in these cars, man. So like sometimes, like when I'm saying I'm gonna paint it, maybe I got a motor mishap or this happened or that happened, and you done spent $3,000 or $4,000 somewhere else.
Right.
And so like really, like my main focus right now is to keep the car healthy. That's my main focus.
I think built not bought is overrated. I swear. In building a car, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
From damage.
Yeah. So I understand y'all pain. Not as much as y'all put in y'all cars, but building a car will make you understand where y'all coming from.
Yeah, like a lot of people, like they're on the outside looking in, and they think, we go to the racetrack and then we come back from the damn track and park the shit to the next race, man. It's maintenance that got to be done. It's maintenance that has to be done even if your car doesn't break. It's still maintenance you got to do. Now, if you get breakage, man, that's a whole different fucking thing right there. Like, if you could just make the wrong decisions about some things and it can cost you a whole lot of money.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why, paint. I want it painted. In fact, man, like, I'm going to just reach out to some people and see if somebody will sponsor me a paint job. You know what I'm saying? Cause I go racing, I go everywhere. Like, it'll be good for the whoever it is that paint it. So I'm gonna try to work something out. But like, I just hadn't really put a lot of effort into doing it at this point.
I definitely did. I definitely would. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Exactly.
When is your dunk coming out?
That's a good question. So I got a lot of parts for it, right? But I ain't really worked on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just been collecting stuff. Cause like when I get to work on it, I want to go ahead and get it done. Like I don't want it to be like a fucking 2 or 3 year project. Like I want to just get it done in like 2 or 3 months.
Right.
So expect to see it next season.
All right. Did you go to school for automotive repair?
I went for a little while, but the class was so slow. Cause like when you go to school and parents don't put them in there and they don't want to learn, and like I ain't gonna say I knew everything that they was teaching, but I knew most of what they was teaching. So I only went to school for like a year or less, like a year.
So you dropped out?
Yep.
Okay.
I finished all of my courses, so I really didn't drop out, but I didn't, whatever courses I took, I finished them.
I need you to stop moving because you are freezing up.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get somewhere where I can sit down.
Let me see if you unfreeze. If not, I'll take you. Oh, there you go. There you go. How much do you spend on spark plugs a season?
Spark plugs? Yeah, my car is never like. The only way I need spark plugs is if I hurt my motor. Like my car I don't never have to put spark plugs in it.
So you don't spend not a lot.
I would say at the most 3 sets of plugs a year. Like once you go, like I run E85. So with E85 fuel, like it doesn't fuck the plugs up as bad. So like $1 a piece.
Oh wow.
$2.50 a piece. Yeah, like I I run what works. Like, I ain't trying to spend a whole lot of extra money for shit that ain't gonna really help me. So yeah, I just run NGKs.
Gotcha.
Like standard NGKs.
Gotcha. Okay, how did your relationship with J. Malcolm start?
So my relationship with J. Malcolm started. I heard about Headhunters track up in Georgia, and
Right.
And I was really looking at like the shut up and race deals, everything that Mandrell have, and I ended up going up there. It wasn't a shut up and race, but it was a similar race to that.
Right.
And so I ended up going up there, and Jay Malcolm was up there, and I had been seeing his videos and stuff, and we just hit it off, man, and we've been like family ever since. Like, he took a video of my car. That was like, I want to say 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So he took video of my car then, man, and like we just been tight ever since. Matter of fact, he'll be at my show tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you
Who
know,
are your?
So you know, all the footage will get displayed.
Gotcha. Who are your top 5 heavy hitters?
Top 5, me.
Okay.
Probably Hollywood.
Okay.
Grand Nasty.
Okay.
Probably I only get 5. Grand Nasty. Damn. Probably. So when you say top, do you mean like fastest, or do you mean like all around? You know, what are you asking me?
You take your pick. Go ahead.
If you're saying fastest, I would say Grand Nasty,
Right.
Hollywood,
Right.
Two Fly, and probably one of the most underrated cars, I think, probably damn CEO Larry. CEO Larry.
That's 4. Mm-hmm.
And see, I'm trying to decide, man, like between Turbo Joe, and Don't Mess Up. But yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, like, I think it's several cars that run right around the same area. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can easily come up with more than 5 cars that's running similar times, I think. So, you know, I mean, I got like, you know, you got like who you think the fastest, and then you got like who just like Chevys and Bullets. Like, after all about him, like it's several cars that's fast. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to, like, when you categorize your 5 top heavy hitters, like, you're gonna have to add something else besides speed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like do they like the race? You know, do they bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Like, all that type stuff.
Well, what's
there's a lot of fast cars, and you know, like, a lot of people, like, when the game first got started, they wasn't as fast, but people are getting up to speed. You know, like, it's some fast cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people ain't fast as they think they is, but they still fast. I'm just saying. You want to elaborate? You want to elaborate on those people? If I showed a motherfucker my time slip of what my car has really run, like, man, it will blow people's mind. Like, but you know, you got when you racing on rims, man, like, your car is so inconsistent. Like, the tracks, like the prep of the track has a lot to do with how fast you can go. And if you ain't got that prep, you not gonna go fast. You know what I'm saying? And to add to that, all the other shit that can go wrong with your car during a race. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
you care to give us a couple of the people who are not as
in testing, I have been quite a bit faster than what I have been in a race.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I say, you got to get all your shit together and, you know, make it work during a race.
So you care to tell us who the people are that are not as fast as they think they are?
Nope.
I tried it, fans. I tried it.
I'm just saying, like, you know, like, or I can put it in another way. Some people don't realize how fast you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, they, you know, they think they on your level, man, and I'm fucking laughing, man. Like, somebody might have got around me, man. But, you know, like I tell everybody, you know, see, the fans looking, and they just going off what it looked like to them, and they just going off what they see. But what they got to understand is every time we race, we get a time slip.
Right.
And it has all the fucking increments on the track. Your 60 foot, your 330, your eighth mile, your quarter. So when I run somebody and my time slip is fucked up.
Right.
And I'm right there with them. And I know they fucking slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the reality of it. Like, they can talk all the bullshit they want. Like, I know how fast my car be in, and I know what it'll do. But like
so you still don't want to tell us
this shit happen.
So you still don't want to tell us who that is?
Not really.
Sound like you talking about somebody in particular, but we're not gonna go there. Let me ask the next question.
I'm really not. It's like you just talk to people sometimes, and they talk to you like they on your level, and I know they ain't.
Right.
Yeah.
What would you charge to build someone a motor like yours?
I can tell you right now, the motor I got in my car right now is like that motor is like a $15,000 motor.
Woo! Out of my price range.
Just the motor now, no turbos, none of that. Just like, you know, blocking heads. You know what I'm saying? Block heads and intake. So basically a complete motor minus the turbos.
Have you taken any driving classes to learn how to handle your car?
No.
So you're just a natural driver?
A whole fucking time. Like, I done drove a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And
they want to know when you coming to Houston.
Huh?
When are you coming to Houston?
Coming to Houston?
Yeah.
So I've been talking to a friend, and I'm trying to get up there. I mean, I wanted to get up there this year, but it didn't work out. Like I said, I had a couple of motor mishaps and other bullshit, but I'm definitely coming up there next year, for sure.
He said, was you really running off on people with a 5.3?
Yep.
That was a 5.3?
A 5.3 block.
That sounds like it really wasn't 5.3.
Basically what that means is I got a 5.3 block, but it ain't necessarily a 5.3. But it was a 5.3 block.
Sound like it was a trick 5.3, but I ain't.
I mean, you put what you need in your motor to make it fucking win. It ain't nothing about tricks. Like, it ain't no, like, that's one thing I like about the big wheel world. Like, people don't care what you got for a fucking motor. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if it's a 5.3, a 6.0, 7.0, 8.1. They don't care. Like, they just want to fucking, they just want to race. Like, to me, it's like, I think it's kind of stupid that, you bitch about how much a car weigh, but you ain't got no concerns about what fucking motor you got. I mean, that don't make no fucking sense, but, it is what it is.
Right.
So it's all right. It's all right. If I take 300 pounds out my damn car, man, like, motherfuckers got a problem with it. But, for example, a Flacco can have a fucking 632 with a fucking blower on it, nitrous, and 2 dominators. And don't nobody say nothing.
Right.
That don't make no sense to me. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. But it is what it is, and I accept, whatever the shit is I got to deal with, I accept it.
Do you have any vehicles from the NDA cut days? He's saying you've been around for a long time.
I got all my cars, what I always had. Like, I still got my Corolla, which I terrorized the fucking streets and track with. Just a little Corolla with a damn turbo rotor in it, and I still got my Camaro. But I ain't ran neither one of them in years. So like I got an extra motor that, matter of fact, it's the 6.0 that I had in my car when I ran cut the check. I still got that motor, and I'm thinking about putting it in my Camaro and bringing it back out and probably letting my son drive it.
I know the answer to this, but tell them they want to know, do you tune your own car?
Yes. So I work at Mayhem Motorsports, right? And we have the owner of Mayhem is a tuner. He tuned my car on the dyno.
Right.
Okay. So after that, like anytime you see me, if we at the track or whatever, and any adjustments need to be made to my car, I do it. So like to me, like, so I tune cars, yes. But
right.
The owner here, that's his job here. Like, that's all he does is tune cars. So, to me, if I want to get on the dyno and get my car tuned, to me, he's the guy that has the experience. He can get on there, like, what might take me 2 hours to do, he could do it in, like, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's all he does. Like, that's what he do. So, right. Once he tuned my car on the dyno, after that, any kind of adjustments I need, I do it myself. Like I'm very familiar with what's going on. So, like any tune that I need to get down the track, like sometimes you're gonna go to the track and the track is not gonna be like in good shape, and you're gonna need to take power out the car. Like I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like any kind of adjustment my car need, I do it. But my initial tune is on the dyno, and my boss does it.
So can you tune other people's cars?
Yeah, I can, but I don't really like to me, it's aggravating. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing. Like, I like building cars. I like doing that. But, like, far as tuning, like, I mean, it's okay. I do it when I got to do it, but it ain't nothing that I'm eager to do.
How much back road racing have you done?
A lot.
A lot.
None lately. Like, like, that shit, I mean, like, in the area I'm in, it's probably within an hour radius, it's probably 6 tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it to me, it don't really make sense to race in the road when you got tracks everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I have done it. I mean, like, I've done it a lot. A whole lot. But I ain't done it lately. Like my car is so known, like, it just don't make sense to go to the street. Because everybody know the car. Like, man, I ain't, like, in North Carolina, you race on the street, and you think you good, and the motherfucker come to your damn house and just take your car. Because you was on the street.
And they don't give it back, huh?
No, they don't give it back. Like, South Carolina, I've seen a lot of guys get their cars back in South Carolina.
Right.
But in North Carolina, man, you ain't getting your shit back, period.
He said, street car, for a street car, would you go with a turbo or a supercharger? Which one is not a headache?
A turbo is always going to be my choice of power adder. Okay. Like, always. So the thing I don't like with superchargers, they make the exhaust really loud. Like, whenever you boosting or whatever, like, the exhaust is a whole lot louder. It's always issues with, like, belt slippage and that type thing. And, like a centrifugal supercharger, like, it don't make as much torque. Like, if you got a real big one, they good, but, like,
right.
They just, like, a turbo, to me, like, people think a turbo is more expensive, but a turbo is really cheaper. Like, to install it is more expensive, but in the end, it's cheaper. And it's a whole lot better. Like, But some people like the noise of a supercharger, but fuck some noise. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Can you please end the debate on weight distribution as far as the weight of cars that are racing?
what debate is it? Like,
you'll have to clarify, King. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, by the way, Hensley's on here now. Hensley, I have negotiated you to race Boost Doctor with the one in the hit that you asked for. He said he will race you in the quarter mile. It says, yo, Doc, how do you juggle two hobbies like the sound comps and racing? As in, which are you more focused on?
So far as my two hobbies, I'm more focused on the racing because the racing provides a way for me to get more income. You know what I'm saying? Like the sound comps, like you can't make any money. Like it's just all bragging rights. And you know, I do it just out of the love for it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more focused on my car because I can generate some revenues with my damn car.
So they don't pay for the sound comps?
No.
Oh wow.
You don't pay nothing. So, you know, and you can spend a lot of money in it. Like my Volvo, I got $10K in the stereo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you spend a lot of money in it.
Okay. They want to know how much just to add a turbo setup to their current motor.
It depends. That's like a very general question.
Right.
But I would think like the entry level, like say like if a person got like a 6.0 or whatever and they just trying to do like a turbo setup. I mean, like you gonna spend to get what you need and to make it work, you're gonna probably spend $5,000 to $6,000. You're gonna spend $6,000.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll spend that. Like it's like if you're a do-it-yourselfer, like you can save a whole lot of money because you know a lot of the money is labor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like there are ways where you can save money. Like you can run a Chinese turbo, you can get Chinese wastegates and blow-off valves, and they work. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll get the job done. You know, you can do what you're trying to do with that. You know, it ain't the best thing, but it will work. So you can save money and do that. But like most of the time, if I do a turbo kit or something, I do like a Borg one or turbo. You know, they reasonably priced, but they not as cheap as a Chinese turbo.
What's the life expectancy of turbos?
So the killer of a turbo is heat. Like if you don't change your oil or if your oil temperature is very high, that will decrease the life of your turbo. And also if you running like outrageous boosts, like you know, your turbo, I mean, if you run like if you in a race application where you racing your car every weekend and you trying to get the most out of your car, you know, your turbo might not last but a year. You know what I'm saying? Or it might last several years, but like in a street application where you not trying to push the turbo to the limit, man, they will last for years. They will last for years. So it's just like anything else. Like you can buy a $40,000 motor and you can go to the track 3 times and blow it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just when you in a race application and you trying to push the limits of what you have, then you always on the edge. Like breakage is always, you know, a possibility.
I think you answered that. You said you have a 9-inch rear end, right?
Yeah, I got a Moser 9-inch in my car, but I had a 10 bolt last year, a big 10.
I think he's trying to say how much does the box weigh?
My car weighs right at with on drag radials and no weight in the car is right at 4,000. And like when I put the big wheels add, cause I got cheap wheels, so they heavy. The big wheels add 245 pounds, and then I can have as much as 300 pounds of ballast in the car just to make it work on the wheels.
Okay, so when you add the rims,
man, you ain't got no music, man. I got more ballast in my car than what the fucking music weigh, man. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Motherfuckers always running their mouth. Oh, you ain't got no music, man. What motherfucker is you playing your music going down the track? I just want to know. are you playing your music going down the fucking track? Yeah, that's what I thought.
They want to know if you need one in the break from summer.
Man, what's this, like comedy hour? Is this comedy hour? Man, summer in the way. That's all I got to say about this shit. Summer is in the way.
Do you prefer a box or a dunk?
I mean, I like boxes. You know what I'm saying? I like dunks too. But I think, like, for racing, I think a box is a little more versatile than a damn dunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, either one will work. They really the same cars. I mean, like, people try to act like they're so much different. But if you take a box and put it up on the damn lift and take a dunk and put it on the lift and you look under the cars, they look virtually the same.
Right.
Like the way the suspension is, the control arms, all that stuff, man. Like, it's not the same, but it's very, very similar. Like,
they say the night you drove CC car, you returned it, didn't you? Made it fly.
Say what now?
The night you drove CC car, you returned it, didn't you? Because you made it fly.
I made it fly.
It definitely. Yeah.
I mean, the car. I mean, Patrick C's car. I mean, it's fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he got a good engine setup. I mean, like his car is fast. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think. I don't know if it's so much of what I did, but I mean, they put me in the car and I just made it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't do no extra. I did what I supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
They want to know how much do you charge to install turbos. I think you kind of covered that. They probably would have to just hit you up, right?
Yeah. Like I say, the typical turbo setup gonna be about $6,000. You know, that's pretty much what you want to spend. I mean, they could be higher, they could be a little cheaper, but that's around about what it'll cost, you know, for everything. Because, like, what people got to understand is you can't just put a turbo on your car. You got to upgrade your fuel system. You got to have the stuff to make the turbo work.
Right. Is Carolina ever going to get together and race in Florida?
I don't see why not. Like, and really, I mean, my race is tomorrow, so I really can't speak on it yet. But as of right now, man, everywhere is showing me love for my race. Everywhere is showing me love. Like, I ain't like to me, like it ain't in me to beef with somebody somewhere else, man, over, like, you know, some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody done showed me love, so I appreciate that shit. And I'm down with, I mean, like, we all, like, man, it's a lot of spectators in this, but it's not like a gazillion cars. Like, we got to be family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. Like, you know, I mean, you know, some people don't accept that, but shit, that's what it is, man. Like, I ain't got to be your damn best friend, man, but we got to be able to damn communicate.
Be cordial.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you ever see building something for looks and cruising?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Short and sweet.
Okay, I can see building something for looks, but I ain't gonna never build nothing for cruising. If I build that shit, it's gonna be fast. I don't give a fuck what it is, man. I had a Toyota Corolla 1978. That motherfucker was running 9s in the damn quarter. You hear me? Like a fucking 78 Toyota Corolla. So I ain't gonna have nothing slow. Nothing.
Okay. All right. They say who do you think would truly give you a run for your money?
Damn, Green Nasty. Right. So really, how I feel about it, I'm gonna just do it because that's what the fans want. But we two totally different categories. Like, I mean, I'm gonna make it do what it do. This shit gonna have to happen. But, like, we really not the same class.
Right.
Like, everybody want to see us race, but we really not the same class. But I'm gonna do it though. And then, you know, I'm going to do it just like how when somebody say that a boxer don't pose a race or don't, and they do it. So I'm going to do that race. But Grand Nassy ain't, I mean, he ain't no hoe, man. He ain't got no bullshit now. I mean, like, I wish I had raced him last year. Because I actually think I could have kicked his ass last year without much of a problem. But this year, like, I got to push my car to race him. I already know that. I got to push my car to race Grand Nassy. Like, I can go out there, like tomorrow with Two Fly. I can run him in, and I ain't got to put my car on kill to beat him. I know that. But Grand Nassy, I already know. Like, I mean, like me and Grand Nassy, we friends. Like, we got an idea of what each other's cars run. You know what I'm saying? We ain't fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk. You know what I'm saying? And he fast.
Right.
He fucking fast. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take nothing from him. So, you know, and a lot of people, they so quick to jump ship. Like, you know, he ran Playboy Jeezy, and he lost. And I ain't saying that he would have won if his car wouldn't have broke. But, man, his car broke, man. Y'all, man, get the fuck out of here, man. How the fuck somebody gonna win with a broke car?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, come on, man. Keep it like if Maine made a clean pass and Jeezy beat him, that's one thing. You know, Jeezy won. I'm not taking that from him. But I'm just saying, the man broke an axle. The man broke a damn axle. So for y'all that don't know what that means he had one goddamn tire pulling instead of two.
Well, I had him on the show, and he showed us the part that broke.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
he showed it to us.
How you gonna win? How you gonna win with that? You ain't gonna win. Like, he should have aborted mission as soon as the axle broke. Like, it was done. Like, it was over with.
Right.
So you know, like, mom says, every time, what I don't like about the fans is every time you lose, man, the fans some fence jumping motherfuckers. Like, you got some fans that's fucking true now, but a lot of y'all motherfuckers some fence jumping motherfuckers, man.
Wait a minute, let me move this so I can see your face. Let me tell you something, sir. I don't know if this is considered fence jumping, but I bet with who I think gonna win so they can win me some money. I love all y'all. But if I think you ain't gonna win, I ain't betting with you.
Yeah, but what's your reason for thinking the person ain't gonna win is what I'm saying. In other words, if you believe in me so fucking much, why the fuck you don't believe in me after I lose a race?
It's not after you lose a race. It depends on the opponent.
I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying in general.
Right.
In general, I lost 2 races.
Right.
Oh, Boost Doctor, man, he need to retire. He done, man. Boost Doctor, get the fuck out of here. Do you know how much I done lost since I've been racing?
They was retiring you?
Y'all in the fairy tale world.
They was retiring you?
Motherfucking fairy tale. Well, like I say, when I get to the end of that track and I get down there to that ticket booth and they give me my goddamn ticket, I know what was good and what was bad. And that's all I got to say about that. Y'all keep on thinking that Boost Doctor goddamn whatever. They're just like me and Country C ran. There ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about that. Nobody.
They say, do you and Cut the Check have a date yet so you can whoop them SS Moms? You waiting on them?
Yeah.
They got
waiting on them for almost 2 years.
Two flying here. He said, do you run 8s, Boost Doctor?
On rims? No, I ain't been 8s yet. But, oh boy. That's all I got to say. I hear talk of 8s, and I know for a fact ain't nobody done it on rims. I know for a fact ain't nobody done it.
The next question is, all the years of racing, who were your top 3 competitors?
Hold up, let me back up. Let's go back to this 8 shit he was just asking. But
that was too fly. That was too fly.
I will say this, man. I can knock the goddamn tires off and go a goddamn 990. So y'all keep on fucking with me. You keep on fucking. I can knock the tires off and go a 990.
All right, next question. Of all your years of racing, who have been your top 3 toughest competitors?
I mean, I'm going to just name one person. And the only reason why I'm gonna name that because that's the only person that's ever beat me where my car was running pretty good. I mean, it won't like top notch. I did have an issue, but it wasn't like a really big issue, and that's Hollywood.
Okay.
So like everybody else that ever beat me, like my car went slow as fuck. I went pretty fast when I ran Hollywood, so like I just, you know, it is what it is. He beat me. You know what I'm saying? So.
Grand Nasty versus Silver.
In fact, when I ran Hollywood, I probably went a second quicker than I ran when I ran every fucking body else that I didn't run. I'm just saying.
Grand Nasty versus Silverback. Who you got?
On rims or slicks?
I think they were doing one each.
You know what I'm saying? So on rims, I'm leaning towards Grand Nasty because I just don't feel like Hollywood can make enough damn power on the top end. I just don't feel like he can. His car leaves good, but I just don't feel like he can make enough power on the top end. But it could go either way on rims. On slicks, man, Grand Nasty gonna beat the damn brakes off damn Hollywood. Man, you gotta leave that shit on, man. Grand Nasty gonna destroy Hollywood on slicks. It ain't even gonna be close.
Do you think you still would have won if Cut the Check didn't break at CC Show in Fayetteville?
Yeah, because this is okay. Anybody that people. He didn't break because something came apart in his motor. He broke because he pushed his motor beyond what it can handle. You know what I'm saying? Like, so basically what happened was heat destroyed his motor. Like, his combustion temperatures got too hot for what he was doing, and it just burnt the motor down. Like, it didn't, like, throw a rod or break something. Like, he did that trying to do something that his motor couldn't do.
Right. So with that being said,
the video, like, you never see his car backing up from mine. Like, he coming the whole time. His car never slowed down.
Right.
I'm just saying. Like, it's one thing, like, you know, it's one thing if he out in front and then something go wrong with his car and I go around him. I'm in front of you the whole time, bro. The whole fucking time. And you ain't never back up, so you can't sit here and say, like, oh, I hurt my motor, so that's why I lost, man. You was right there the whole fucking time. Your shit never slowed down, bitch. You lost. You tried to put a little extra in there, and it was too goddamn much, and the little eBay turbos goddamn went to your motherfucking ass. And that's all I got to say about that shit right there. And when you ready, I'm gonna bust that ass again.
Oh, so they saying you think you're gonna beat them with the new setup?
Am I? I'm gonna fuck them up.
All right. I seen one that was a good question. They said ask you about the Langston store. What's that?
The Langston store, that's down there, Wilson. It's in the Wilson area, man. That's where we used to get it on the street. Yeah, I took my Corolla down there a few times. I really ain't had no luck down there, man. They didn't kick my ass a couple of times, but I always was racing somebody that I really ain't had no business racing. But you know, I just try some shit.
Are you willing to build and drive someone else's car?
Yeah. Yeah, like I drive Chevys and Bullets car right now. I mean, I didn't build it, but I mean, I didn't, you know, I helped them get a few things right, you know, like, you know, it's people out here that's got like a lot of power, but you know, they need help with harnessing the power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, there's a lot of high horsepower cars in the game, but you know, it's more to it than that.
Gone Hollywood versus Boost Doctor Part 2, when and where?
Hey, it's bound to happen on the 20th. It's bound to happen on the 20th. Like it ain't nothing in my mind right now that would make me say I don't want to run him. Like right now, I'm ready. My car running good. Like I don't see no reason why it wouldn't happen unless he don't want to race.
All right. What was your very first car?
My very first car that I bought with my money was a 78 Honda Civic.
78 Honda Civic. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, my first car that was given to me was I had a 1968 Cutlass. And I had it had a Rocket 350 in it. And I was out racing my brother on the street one day and locked the damn motor up. So I was 16 then. So I took that motor out and I put we had a car sitting in the backyard with a 400 Pontiac in it. I put that motor in there. And I ran that motor. I mean, I drove it for a year or two in school. And it had snowed. And right after it snowed, most of the snow was gone. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna go drive my car, man. I'm coming down Highway 55 or whatever. And I'm accelerating or whatever, and I look up and it's a big patch of ice up there. And I then hit the damn ice and then lose control and knock down like 4 mailboxes, smush trash cans, all that.
Dang.
My mama was paying the insurance on it. She took the car from me. So I ended up having to trade my 68 Cutlass for a damn Datsun B210.
A Datsun.
A Datsun B210. That's what we call that bitch turtle. It was like the slowest car I ever drove. Like, you take off from the start, like, you just push the pedal to the floor, because that motherfucker is going nowhere fast.
All right, this person wants to know, what's the toughest car in Florida?
The toughest car in Florida? Damn, Hollywood.
So Pocahontas?
Yeah. I mean, on hard tires, yeah.
All right, so the fans disappointed me this show because they did not ask the question that they asked. They have literally asked every racer, every person this question, and no one asked you this question. Oh, somebody said it. Oh, they did not disappoint me. Hollywood versus Two Fly. Who you got?
Hollywood.
Okay.
I just told you Hollywood, the fastest car in Florida.
All right. Well, I want to ask the questions. I want to be clear.
And okay, and I'm gonna take it. Two Fly car is fast,
right?
And it could be faster than I think it is. It could be, but to me, where Two Fly car is lacking is off the 60 foot. Like, to me, like, it don't leave hard enough to be Hollywood. Cause like what people don't understand is like your front half of the track, which means like up to the 8th mile or up to the 330 or whatever. That's the most important part because your time slip is going to be influenced more by what you do on the front half versus the back half. Like you can go really, really fast on the top end and your car going to run a lot of mile per hour, but it ain't going to change the ET that much. So that's why it's hard to like, when you get out there, you can be faster than somebody. You can run them down, but it takes so much more power to do that versus like just doing it from the starting line. So right. I feel like Two Fly car. I feel like it don't front half hard enough to beat Hollywood, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my observation on what I seen. He can have more than what he's showing. I don't know, but just based on what I seen, I don't think he can front half with Hollywood, and I don't think he got enough on the back half to come around.
Two Fly said, "Do you think Chevys and Bullets want summer tomorrow?"
I feel like Chevys and Bullets. I think his priority is to run Bruce. And I know if he get around Bruce, he's gonna try something. I know he will.
Okay. What advice would you give to rookies that are approaching the big rim race scene?
My advice is, if you saying like a rookie, as in like the average Joe that not really like a person with a whole bunch of money.
Right.
I would say get you a car. Don't try to live beyond your means, you know what I'm saying? Build something that you can afford to build. And just keep in mind, man, like whatever you spend in your car, like whatever you spend in your motor, what you got to realize is like your motor ain't promised to live. So you got to keep in mind, like, so say you got X amount of dollars to build a car, right?
Right.
You got to keep in mind that like it costs this to build that car, but you're not going to be done spending. Like shit is going to happen. Like shit is going to break. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. So just be mindful of what you're buying and how much money you're spending. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to do something that like you really can't afford to do. Like if you make enough money to maintain a $10,000 motor, don't go buy a fucking $25,000 motor. You know what I'm saying? Because when you break that bitch, like your shit just gonna be sitting over there in the damn corner. You know, like you ain't gotta be the fastest person, because like whatever speed you are, it's somebody out there that's slower than you. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's somebody out there. It's always gonna be somebody out there that you can race. So man, like put your ego to the side and just do what you can do, and build up. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you're gonna have to learn. When you racing, you're gonna have to. It's a lot to racing that you're gonna have to learn. And if you come out with like a super fast car from the start as your first car,
right,
you're not gonna know some of the things that you need to know with, maintaining that car and just racing. Period. It's like anything else. Like a baby don't come out running. Like the motherfucker got to fucking crawl and he got to walk, then he run. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that with racing. It's the same thing. And if you try to skip those steps, it costs a lot of money. You can do it, but it costs a lot of money.
Well, we have 7 more minutes. So I have one question for you. This is a question that most of the time the fans ask this, but I thought this was a good question, and I decided to ask all you guys this question. We've had some really, really good answers. Hensley gave a great answer yesterday, but wanted to know what you think would make the big rim racing scene or the big rim racing better.
Okay, what I think would make the big rim racing better, I think